Welcome to the 2012 Optiworlds, hosted in Santo Domingo. The time has come for the planet's best young athletes to compete here in the Caribbean. Boca Chica and its crystalline waters will be the beautiful spot where the young sailors will be trying their best to win. Around 300 athletes from more than 50 nations will give their best to claim victory this year. Lots of stress and anticipation for all of them on this first day. My mind is frayed by... And when the time came, the light breeze was there to meet them. Right before the start, it was time for some trimming and tuning. And the last words of advice from the coaches. If you're aiming for victory, it is important to be fast. In the first race of the yellow group, several sailors started too early. Among the first at the top was Aldi van Aanholt from Antilles and Colin Tiemers from Belgium. But would they perhaps be disqualified in the end? So, who would eventually prevail? In the second start, it was William Mackenzie from New Zealand who started at the pin end, alongside Croatia's and Spanish sailors. The Croatian was going very fast and took an early lead in front of the Kiwi. However, it was the American sailor who finally scored the bullet, in front of the Croatian, and the Kiwi, of course. The day's third race found the boats spread all over the starting line, and it was a tough start, really, with all the young sailors quite close to each other. However, a general recall was decided in the end, since the great majority started over early. When the second start was given, Brazil's Leonardo Lombardi and Gabriel Elstrot started on the committee boat side. But the surprise of the race belonged to Spain's Paula Igual. Even though she had a really bad start, she talked immediately after the start and headed to the right side. It really was a clever move, and one that brought her on top. And in the first mark, she was enjoying a safe lead, with Wolf from Switzerland right behind her. The rest of the fleet had some crowded roundings. During the reach, the Spaniard maintained her lead, and Greece's Athanasopoulos following in third. Some tough battles there. Just a few meters behind, the young gun from Santo Domingo. While Igual came first, the Greek team performed quite well also, with 2 sailors in the top 7. When it came to the last group, the day belonged to Bart Lembrieux. In the second race, the boat started over early, and there was no other choice than a general recall. At the second start, we find Lembrieux starting in the middle, but not well positioned, while Pedro Salvadego had an excellent start. It was the same for Christensen, who was at the committee boat end. Nevertheless, the weather was quite shifty during the first part of the upwind, and so the Dutch sailor managed to sail the shifts and position himself among the top ones. After 2 races for all groups, let's have a quick look at the results. More action is expected in Boca Chica tomorrow, as the young sailors hit their stride. Join us again tomorrow.